Hello, everyone, and welcome to our very first episode of Quick Talk. Today, we have a special guest. His name is Leonardo Gil Gomez, and this season, we are going to talk to him about literature. Welcome, Leonardo, to Quick Talk.
Hi, Raisa. Thanks for having me.
My pleasure, Leonardo. Leonardo, you are a writer, editor, and professor at Universidad Autónoma de Bucaramanga. Talking about your most recent book, Lagartijas, what inspired you to write that story?
Well, Lagartijas is a book inspired by my own process of mourning the loss of my father. It's a book about the death of the father of the main character, who is Gonzalo. It tells you the story of a young photographer that is studying art history in the United States and has to travel back to Colombia to accompany his father in his last weeks of life.
As you just said, the book portrays loss, family, and intimate experiences about Gonzalo. Mm-hmm. How did you approach to write about that?
Mainly through methods. The first one was like journaling and trying to get into a journal my daily life experience throughout the mourning process. And at the beginning, it was just because it mattered to me. And then when I was writing, I went back to the journals and looked for information, ideas, scenes, things that I thought that would be like interesting to transform into literature.
In your book, you also talk about masculinity, migration, and mental health. Why?
Because it's all connected. I was living in the US when I was studying my PhD and my father got sick. That's part of the experience I'm borrowing from to write about Gonzalo's life. And he was like, his experience is like a way of conveying what a migrant has to live, even though in this case we're not talking about the hardships of undocumented migrants, which is a very complex situation, a very difficult situation to be in. So that has a toll on mental health, of course, but also going through the mourning of the loss of a relative also has a toll on mental health. And being the main character, a young guy, masculinity is always there when we are asking about what kind of resources do men have in order to take care of their own mental health.
This has nothing to do with mental health, migration, or masculinity. But I just heard that you came back from Medellin. You were there in a book fair, and also you presented your book in our fair Ulibro. So can you please tell us and share with the audience about those experiences promoting your book?
Yes, they were two different and very cool experiences because the book presentation in Ulibro was actually the launching of Lagartijas. So it was the first time I got an audience to talk about the book, and I began receiving the first impressions of the readers. And in the Fiesta del Libro de Medellin, was very interesting because I hadn't been in Medellin for, I don't know, maybe 20 years. So first of all, it's like getting to know how the city has changed. But also the Fiesta del Libro happens in the Jardín Botánico, and it's a book fair that is more organized around reading and the reading promotion that the state has planned than for instance, selling books.
And also because I guess like you felt at home in Ulibro because it's our fair.
Of course, yeah.
And also, is that book promoted or co-sponsored by UNAP, our university?
Yes, of course. This is a co-edition between Animal Extinto, which is an independent, Colombian independent publisher, and UNAP is also sponsoring the publication. It's a co-edition between the two institutions. So in order to get the sponsorship from UNAP, it was also like needed to translate what has the creative process been into like the most common academic scholar like research language.
Super nice. I have a special request for me and for all the audience. Can you please read a line from your book?
Yes, of course. I'm going to read the very first paragraph.
All right.
Lo de anotar cosas aquí comienza en el avión de retorno a Chicago, o mejor, un par de horas antes, en mi último encuentro con Bea. Ella insistió en acompañarme, en que no quería que nuestras últimas interacciones fueran la tarde que terminó en la pelea con el vendedor de la séptima y la caminata silenciosa que hicimos de la funeraria a la iglesia. Pasó a recogerme a casa de mamá y tomamos un taxi al aeropuerto. Llegamos temprano. Yo no tenía maleta que chequear. Con el cambio de vuelos que tuve que hacer días atrás, la aerolínea había enviado mi maleta por error a Chicago. No me acostumbraba a andar por el mundo con los pantalones y buzos de Sebastián.
Does Bea exist in real life?
No, she doesn't. It's a fictional character.
Thank you, Leonardo, for being with us, and thank you, everyone who is watching us at this moment. And don't forget to keep in touch with us in our next episodes of this season that is about literature. We will have the same guest.
Thanks for having me, Raisa, and hoping to talk to you soon.